Here are a few simple tips that, when you consistently applied, will help you identify candidates who are gathered for progression in their career and who can make an immediate contribution to your organization. Understanding what you are looking for. As ever, consider the question you will ask for your next interview. What you are really trying to at in get at is whether this person would be good fit for your organization. Actually, the process is fairly intuitive. First, you are trying to see if the candidate can self assess and articulate how they could make a positive contribution or your organization by virtue of their emotional intelligence. Second, you are looking for compatibility with communication skill and work style. And third, you are trying to determine the candidate's desired fact, which typically serve as the ultimate swing factor in determining whom to bring aboard. Specific some specific question can be asked throughout the process. Ganging the candidate's level of self-awareness. As you try to determine candidates' awareness of themselves and how they fit into organization, considering opening your interview with questions like, walk me through your progression in your career leading me up to your current role. This this is a good way to get candidates job history as well as their view of their progression. Once you have their answer, follow up with questions such as, how have you had to reinvent your job in light of your organization's changing needs? What make you stand at among your peers? What make you stand out among your peers? What would your most respect critic say of your strength, area of development, and future potential in your field? In addition to probing an individual's assessment of themselves, you also want to ask questions about how they assess their organization with questions like, how many employees does your company have? What's your organization's annually revenue base? How is your department structured in the terms of reporting relationship? How exactly does your company make money and what are its two biggest expenses? Depending on the level of candidate you are interviewing, their response can provide excellent insights into their level of business acumen and self awareness. Looking for compatibility, not just likability. We all trend we all tend to hire in our own image, but when it comes to how to candidate an interview, you need to look behind immediate chemistry by asking questions such as, how many hours a day do you find it necessary to work in order to get your job done? How sensitive are you to accept constructive criticism? Describe the phase that you typically work in the office, moderate, fast, or hair on fire. How much structure, direction, and feedback do you generally prefer on the day to day basis? Do you generally ask for permission or for forgiveness when making decision? Some natural follow-ups to these types of questions would be unique about example, specific examples. So, for example, a natural follow-up up to the last question above would be, tell me about time when you may not be have erred on the side of caution when you should have. These types questions help you to better match an individual personal style to your department's corporate culture. Without rounding out these questions, you could end up with some who can do the job technically but who's totally out of sync with the rest of your team. Assessing the candidate's desired factor. There is no excuse for candidates not having reached your company, its achievements. Competitor and challenges prior to interview. Still, some will go out of their way to articulate their understanding of who you are and why they are so executed about joining your fire firm. What you are really trying to get to hear is whether the candidate want to a job or whether they want to this job. Trying questions like these to isolate these who are anxious for the opportunity you offer. What do you know about our organization? Why would do why would you want to work here? In your mind, what make us stand out from our competitor? If you were to accept this position with us today, how would you explain that to a prospective employer 5 years from now? How would this role with our company provide a link to your future career progression? These are the questions existing in assessing the candidate desire factor. Next, understanding your role in interview. How to conduct an interview well will always lie in your ability to avoid common hiring mistakes and to assess potential tolerance in the interview process. But keep in mind that more new hires failed due to personality, culture mismatch than technical skill mismatch. That's why you need to keep any eye out for compatible style in terms of communication, face constructive criticism, and work hour commitment in candidate responses. When you are figuring how how to interview a candidate, make sure you have good balance between interviewing and educating. Follow the 80 to 20 paradigm so that the candidate speaking for 80% of the time at the beginning of interview and you speak for 20% of time after you are completed your initial round of interview questions. During your education period, always be willing to offer a good amount of career advice and direction. After all, every relationship gives us an opportunity to share our health of knowledge and experience with others. If you see the interview as an opportunity to give a gift of some else, whether you hire them or not, you will find that the communication become a lot more natural and enjoyable. More questions about how conduct interview. Interviewer identify definitely a challenge for the candidates. but they are just a challenging for the employer. You need to know the right question to ask to find the job seekers that will best fit your needs. But there is a good news. Monster has dedicates of experience helping employer like you with ongoing free access to the latest hiring resources, including recruitment tips, job market trends, and managing strategies. We can help you get to your next terrific. Conducting the interview. An interview may be conducted by the telephone or in person. Telephone interview are often used as the first step assess whether the candidate may be suitable for a further face-to-face meeting. They are also useful when candidates live too far away for face-to-face meeting because of the cost and time restraints. In this case, interviewing by Skype or similar software can bridge the gap between having telephone interview and an in-person interview. However, whenever possible, telephone interview should not take a place of person interviews. Some personality traits and behaviors may be more evident in person, and the more time you spend with potential candidate in person, the better your hiring decision will be. In person, the interviews are sometimes held conjunction with a performance based interview. There are two types of interview, one is telephone interview and another face to face interview. We can discuss it one by one. Take telephone interview. You contact the candidate either by email, or telephone to arrange a mutual convenient time to conduct the interview. Let the candidate know the estimate length of the interview and confirm the best number to call. This courtesy allows the candidate time to reach the position and operations and arrange the time for interview adequately. During the interview, you can then assess whether the candidate is adequately prepared or not. Call the applicant at the confirmed time and introduce yourself. As an interview is a highly confidential process, be sure to confirm that he or she is available and feel comfortable to talk at this time. Once you and the candidate have agreed that the interview can continue, ask whether he or she is still interested in being considered for the position. Let the candidate know who else is the room with you, especially if you are putting the call on speakerphone. Listen carefully for tone of voice, energy and enthusiasm in the candidate's answer. Ask qualifying questions to determine whether the candidate possesses the basic skill and experience necessary. Trying to determine the person's attitudes, work ethic, professionalism and telephone manner. Pick 2 or 3 key questions to ask candidate, such as what interested and motivated you to apply for this position. Can you tell me what you know about this company and what we do? What is your most memorable customer service experience? Avoid questions that hello, yes, no answer, using open-ended questions. will provide you with the information you will need to determine if you would like to move to the next step with the candidate. Starting questions with word what will help you ask open-ended questions. Whenever possible, consider offering face-to-face interview to call candidates who do well in a telephone interview. Face-to-face interview. Face-to-face interview are an invaluable tool to determine if candidate is suitable fit for an organization and the best opportunity. To ensure that the person's characteristic, values and experience fit with your needs and overall corporate culture. Face-to-face interaction gives the interviewer the opportunity to properly communicate. Read the applicant's body language and understanding fit. The applicant uses professional mannerism, seems sincere and make eye contact. The interview process. Before you invite the candidate to interview, it is important to have a plan. You want to have developed your interview questions prior to interview, and questions should be come from the job description you previously completed. It is important to ask some questions of each candidate, although some of side questions may arise during the conversation. Asking the same questions of each candidate will help you fairly compare candidates. It is important to ask some same questions to each candidate, although some of side questions may arise during the conversation. Asking same question of each candidate will help you fairly compare the candidates. Spending time spend time thinking about what you want to ask in interview and what the answer you expect back. It may be helpful to make a list of some response you are looking for more to match with response to the candidates. Also, it is helpful if you determine the criteria for which response exceeds, meet, partially meet, or do not meet what you are looking for with the answer. Finally, consider what types of attitude and personality will fit with your team. For example, do you need someone with a new perspective to come in and shake thinking up in positive way? You may you may want to involve other within your organization in the interview and selection process. Have other manager or colleagues spend time with potential employees can complement your assessment and help further determining the qualification and fit of the individual you are considering. Everyone's perspective will be different, and collective and collaborative approaches to interviewing and selecting candidates can help assess suitability both the job and the overall operations. Once there are three interview process: introduction, questions, and wrap up. Wrap. Introduction. To begin the interview, introduce yourself and any other who may be present and involved in this process. State your roles and make the applicants feel at health. Let the applicant know how long you expect the interview to take and want to expect. For example, you might explain that there will be about 30 minutes of questions followed by short facility tour, giving The applicant this kind or orientation to interview will help make them more comfortable. During the interview, let the candidates do not the majority of the talking. 80/20 rules is good. 80/20 is a good rule of thumb to follow. Tell the candidates about your company, your philosophies, the product and services offered. You can do this either at the start of the interview or at the end. Some interviewers wait to describe these details of the position and organization until after they have asked all of the main interview questions to lessen the tendency of leading the candidates to the answer you may be seeking. Example, if you tell candidates the starting with the interview that you are looking for someone who is very energetic, forward thinking and embrace changes that may influence the person answering to your questions. However, you may reduce the risk of guiding applicant response by asking behavioral descriptive questions. The most effective types of interview question is one of the encouraging the candidate describe what they have actually done in the past, as opposite to focusing on hypothetical. What would you do if? Questions that are speculative at best or closer to questions requiring a simple yes or no answer. Asking questions. How candidate has done something in the past in behavioral descriptive questions. The principle behind this type of questions is that the best indicator of person future behavioral is or her past behavior. Additionally, behavioral descriptive questions give the better insight into how well the candidate understanding the situation and topic as well as his or her knowledge base and learning abilities. Behavioral descriptive question. Can you describe the situation where you default with a really angry customer who was waiting too long for food? Describe how you handle this situation. Specifically, what you did and said, and the final outcome was. Situational questions. How would you deal with the really angry customer who was waiting too long for food? The two questions are very similar but can lead to very different answer. The first asking about real situation and allows the candidate to explain something he or she actually did in the past. Whereas the second question is situational and could be answered within a number of responses, depending upon what the applicant think the interviewer want to hear. Also, remember that some of the questions may be difficult to answer or if you ask about a situation in the past. It may take time for candidate to recall the specific incidents. Let the candidate know that is all the writing to take time to think the answers before answering. This will make the person feel more comfortable with there is moment of silence while he or she think. As an interviewer, do not tempered to help candidate with answer or interrupted them. Last process, wrap up. The best time to tell the candidate more about the job and what you are looking for the after asking all your predetermined questions. Lastly, but importantly, the candidates should be given the opportunity to ask questions. Encourage each candidate to ask any questions they may have about specific of the job and company. If the candidate has no questions, be sure to tell the person when you expect to make decision. For example, if you have a week of interview, week means not week, week of interview, and then need to approval from someone who is on vacation. Say so, say so. Nothing is worse for candidates than waiting days for a phone call and not knowing when to expect it. Expect the interview. The interview is also a time when you can promote your company, encouraging candidates on the benefit of working there. But remember to stay professional in the interview. Provide a lasting impression of the what the company is all about and will serve as starting base for the impression of your new hire. It can be helpful to consider that the candidate might be interviewing you to determine if he or she wants to work for you as much as you are interviewing the candidates. Finally, always remember to thank all the candidates for their time. Put yourself in candidates' shoes. Interviews can be stressful and demanding. Tips for effective interviewing. Listen to your institutions, but do not settle on your first impression. Try to avoid basic your decision on the first impression without giving the candidate ample to ample time to answer the questions. Another trap to avoid is having such specific response in mind that it prevents you from considering a different response. Be consistent. Use consistent list of questions for all the candidates to ensure you can make fair comparison after the interviews are completed. Practice active listening. Observe the 80/20 rule. The candidate talk 80% of the time and you ask question or answer the candidate questions the other than 20% of the time. Give the candidate an opportunity to ask you question about your company and business philosophies. Evaluate the interview after it is over. After each interview, evaluate each candidate based on his or her answer to your interview questions. For each question you ask to determine whether the response exceeds, meet, partially meet, or did not meet your criteria. Preparing for the interview. Set aside enough time. Read the resume first. Write a good job description. Know the intangibles. Write some specific questions. Conducting the interview. Introduce yourself. Set the stage. Review the job. Start with generalized questions. Review the applicant resume. Ask some consistent questions. Vary your questions. Give the candidates a chance to ask questions. Give candidates a chance to ask questions. Provide a timelines. There are 10 top simple steps conducting the job interview. Build a picture of exactly what you need. Provide the candidate with all the relevant information. Prepare for interview. Introduction. Sell the job and company. Ask questions. Candidate questions. Describe the next steps. Describe the next steps. Close the interview. Reflect on the interview. How to improve your skill of conducting job interviews? Conduct a job analysis. Write down questions beforehand. Make panel of interviewers. Method of interviewing. Live interviews means one-on-one and panel types. Phone interview, one-on-one and panel types. Video or Skype interviews. Tapped interviews. Interviews winners. On campus, off campus, in corporate office or conference room, during the meal. Means breakfast, lunch or dinner. Okay dear student, you would understand or able to understand or conducting the interviews. In the next session we discuss how to face the interview. Okay, thank you.